Hello, everyone. So I think the most beneficial like information that was presented for this class, in my opinion, was probably the Google Extras module. I mean, that was perfect because it laid out all these different Google programs. Like I never really was good at using Google Spreadsheet, just because I never really knew how to use it. And after watching the tutorial video, I was able to learn a lot more about it and become a lot more used to it, because I've always liked Microsoft Excel, but some of the aspects are kind of hindering in some ways, and with Google Spreadsheet I have yet to run into those problems. I like to use those programs for budgeting, meal planning, meal tracking. I just find it a lot easier, especially when you're able to use the algorithms to go ahead and quickly add up things instead of using a calculator. The least beneficial assignment, I feel like, was probably the website checklist. To me, it being a senior within this major, I've kind of already learned what to look for in websites and how to kind of discern from what's biased and what's actually factual and is presenting the things or the information correctly. I think that assignment would be good for freshmen coming in, people who don't really have that experience yet of being able to tell what's a good website and what's not, especially with how many research papers we have to do in this major. Being able to tell what's a good website and what's a good source is really, really helpful. And to me, that assignment wasn't really useful to me, just because a lot of the stuff I kind of already know what to look for and what to use. Now, this question I actually really like. So if I was going to create an app that focused on improving any aspect of health and wellness, I would probably focus on finances. Finances or stress. For the sake of for this discussion board, I'm just going to say finances. I feel like a lot of people have a hard time saving money at times. Especially with everything going on now, it's really hard for some people, to find money to save, because so much money is going towards bills and other like necessities as like food, groceries, that kind of thing. And so what I would really focus on with the app is, finding a way to, or having a section where you create a budget. You figure out how much you spend every month. You just input what you spend a day, and then it goes ahead and shows you your monthly spending or your weekly spending. Just kind of break it up in that way. That way you don't have to sit there and track it yourself. Not to mention, the app would also include ways you can kind of cut corners, or places where you can save money. So there would just be recommendations. So instead of with groceries, instead of spending like $300 because you're buying name brand stuff, maybe if you just cut down half of that stuff to going for the great value, or Kroger brand, or Publix Plus, whatever it is, that can easily shave off $50 off of your budget, which is great, because that's money that can go elsewhere. You can go into your savings. I would also include tips on saving money. One of the things that I do that has really helped me save money is I work as a bartender, so at the end of the night I always get cash tips. And when I come home, I always take $20 out of that and I put it in a tin, and that's my cash savings. And that adds up after a while. That's what I use. I call it my rainy day fund. But just having an app that is useful and can really help you budget out your money, and give you your spending information, or your spending limit. Those kind of things I think would be really, really useful and really help people save, which is a huge tool to have. So yeah, that would be my app. I think that would be the app that I would do, and I would probably call it this one's tough. I would call it something along of like cash friendly. Sounds good. Yeah, cash friendly. Yeah, the app for you. But thank you, everybody. Hope you have a good one.